Good evening, YouTube. It's time for us to start preparing for the Thanksgiving meal tomorrow. This is going to be broken down into several small segments so that it's not an overabundance of information at once. But for now, it's going to be about preparing the dehydrated greens, which I have I had two bunches of dehydrated collards, and I had some dehydrated kale that I mixed with it. That was from the summer farmers market videos that I did. So we're going to rehydrate those. And this is our potatoes, since there's going to be 6 people. 2 kids, 4 adults. I got little potatoes for the kids. What I did, I washed the potatoes and took a fork and just literally just poked the potatoes on both sides and wrapped it in just enough foil to cover it, so that way I can put it in the oven and it'll help it to cook a little more evenly and quickly. So I can stick that in the oven right now to get that started. And although preparing a Thanksgiving meal is not quick, and you know I like to say things are going to be quick, easy, and delicious, it's not going to be exactly quick. But what we can do, I will switch and use a better spot for the pot. Put it over on this one. It's a tall, skinny stock pot, which I normally would use for corn, you know, because I can put a full ear of corn, and I even have a little rack that I can set down in there whenever I want to boil some corn. But I'm just going to dump in these greens. That one is not coming out very easily. I think I have them stuffed in there a little bit too hard. I do have water in there as deep as like 2.5 to 3 inches in the pot. And I'll put greens in there. At least we can do these 2 packages of collards. And the purpose is to let them boil quite a bit so they can start to get rehydrated and come back to their shape. Actually, probably these 2 containers will be enough for making greens for the guests that come. So I will do these greens, let them boil down so they can get rehydrated. I think I really jammed them up in this container, though, I tell you. And these will be cooking for quite a while, so they can get soft. Let me see if I can get a spoon. The water that's in there may be enough. I'll let it cook for a while. I may end up having to add like another half a cup of water, half a cup to a cup of water, so that it's hydrated enough that it gets wet enough that everything really gets done. Because we want it to cook until everything comes back to form and gets soft. At least they're already cut from when I dehydrated them. If you recall, I cut and tore the greens into smaller pieces. That way they were easier to work with and easier to store. And it's a simple solution just for times like this when the weather is kind of crazy outside and you're not able to get out and go shopping for extra stuff. It looks like I will have to add some water to this, but I'll add water up to the top of the greens, put the top on, and I'll let it boil on medium for like 20 minutes and check it, and then add some garlic salt, add some dehydrated onions, and let it cook more. And the purpose is to get everything rehydrated, the onions, the greens, get it all rehydrated so that it'll be ready, you know, for the meal. But this is step 1, working on getting these greens and the onions rehydrated and adding seasoning to that, and doing the potatoes, because doing the potatoes today makes it easier tomorrow. I bake them today, and then tomorrow I can put them back in the oven, and they become the twice baked potatoes. And we can add all kinds of goodies and fillings in there. Add, the cheese and or sour cream and butter and all kinds of goodies. So this is phase 1. Stay tuned, and I will be back for phase 2.